okay? Undefeated. And yet, we still don't get no respect, no love. Everybody's like, oh, you guys just, you only beat Tampa Bay, or you only beat da-da-da. And then now, all of a sudden, the Browns are a crap team. But like I had said on, like, a recent post of mine, just like a couple weeks ago, everybody was like, right in their nuts because they beat the Ravens. And then so they were like a good team, they're contenders, and now they're a crap team
because we played them.
Are you listening?
Niners!
Damn.
Ronbo Sports here, representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide, UK, Germany, South America, USA. I know because we've gotten phone calls from all of these places. Fam, how you doing? Appreciate you allowing me to come in and holler and jump up and down and scream about the 49ers. Oh, going for number 5, fam. Here's one thing that cannot happen, fam. If this streak is going to be stopped, and fam, the gospel truth is probably the fact is we probably won't go 16-0. I know. I've hit like on everybody who said we're going 16-0, but probably not. But what we cannot have, this streak cannot be stopped by the Los Angeles Rams. I'd rather lose to the Washington Redskins the following week. Do not lose to the Rams. That little handful of fans they got, they'd like to be on all your social media, meddling and being all out of line and in your business. They'll be all over us like a cheap suit. I know, don't be too shallow, Ronbo. That's not the most important thing. It is to a degree, but most importantly, you got to beat the Rams to put them 2 games in the hole behind the 49ers, which is an ideal position to put them in. We want to win the NFC West. Remember, it was rumored that we had that potential last year. Got more potential this year. We got the players to do it. Got the players to do it, and we go get it done. I can feel it. And fam, Kyle Shanahan has to have, along with a lot of other players on this staff, especially Bobby Saleh, because what the Rams have done was done on his defense. And also, as far as Kyle Shanahan, Coach Kyle Shanahan is concerned, McVay is his junior. He has no business getting all the accolades in the NFL for being one of the best offensive minds in the game. It should have never been said. And you know Kyle's taking it personal. Now, he's not going to say anything. That's not the way who he is. But you can be guaranteed he has circled October 13th on his calendar for this year, along with most of the 49ers. Oh, playtime is over. And George Kittle said the same thing. Players are being quoted now. Yeah, you can go back down there and we think we can give a good fight this time, Because those beatings that the 49ers took by the Rams the last 2 games, that's not going to be forgotten. It was just ugly and embarrassing. So the 49ers got I would say, okay. The game against the Browns was a personal matter for Bosa. As you know, I didn't even know about all that thing in history because, I don't watch college ball that much. I had no idea Bosa was burnt up before that game even started. Now we know. Fam, here's the thing. You're going to be burnt up against the Rams this year, too. You know what's really funny? You know how Bosa is, right? For such a violent kid, he is so soft-spoken. You see his pressure? Bosa standing in the locker room they ask him about the Rams. Yeah, well, they've had the best of us for the last 2 years, right? I kind of think it's time for things to change. It kind of kills me talking like he's such a kill machine to talk like he does, right? So, this is going to be a game that's got vendetta written all over it. And also, it's time for us to put the Rams where they belong, and that is behind the 49ers. Looking forward to it. And I know what you're saying, but look who we got. We got Spoon missing. We got All-Pro Joe missing. We got McGlinchey missing. We got Juice missing. It's a lot of pieces missing. But, man, you know what I would suggest? Anytime you see a breakdown of the 49ers offense, especially Baldy's breakdowns, there's a lot of people out there doing great breakdowns, slow-mo and everything else. It is indeed the quality of the players involved that make the offense look like it does. But the key components are there. the running backs are still smoking hot. We still got TC, Matty B, Mostert in standby mode, Jeff Wilson if he dresses out. But the fact of the matter is, Juice is going to be a problem to a small degree. Brunskill on the right side, I would say maybe not. I know Brunskill is not McGlinchey, but if McGlinchey had a knee issue, Brunskill may be even better until McGlinchey's fully healthy. And I say that for this reason. Brunskill goes 295 pounds. He's very athletic. Used to be a tight end at San Diego. He can move in space, and this is the essence of Kyle Shanahan's offense. Guess who's looking really good this year and pretty much the anchor behind that offensive line, which is, by the way, ranked number 4 in the NFL at this state. Weston Richburg is looking awfully good. He is the one with the key blocks. When you watch the breakdowns and you watch that offensive line, this is why I was saying last year, everybody said, we need another new offensive line. We need this, we need this. We don't need a bunch of offensive linemen. What we need is for this offensive line to stay together long. You watch how they move in sync. Oh, it's like those girls in the water doing those synchronized dancing things. That offensive line on the snap. Hut, hut, hut. Boom, boom, pop, 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 boom, all at the same time. It's such beauty to watch that. Tight ends, George Kittle, whoever it may be, comes over just after the shift is made, comes over and seals off the inside of anybody lagging back behind. Any of the late stragglers getting behind, the offensive line will contain that as well. Guys like Matty B and TC, they see that crease. All they need is, like Gale Sayers once said, give me 6 inches of daylight, that's all I'll need. Woo! They do, that's all they need. Them dudes is quick. As soon as they see that crease, put that foot down, gone. You see it demonstrated last week. Fam, get ready for that to be more and more the case as this season continues to evolve. We got ourselves a football team, fam. I can't wait to see them this Sunday. And at the Rams, I believe they will not be excited to see the 49ers, not this weekend. And McVay knows it, too. What can he do to stop it? I really don't think there's anybody can stop it. Man, like I said, in 2 years, the 49ers, if they stay together, and hopefully offensive line will come in and train and get together with Shanahan and the rest of the offensive line so that cohesion continues to build and build and build. This offensive line, this offense is going to continue to evolve in the league. I figure by week 10, they're going to be invincible. People were saying Super Bowl is a possibility. I'm no longer arguing with you. I was never arguing, but I was a little concerned. I think this team needs a little bit of maturity. The wide receivers could improve. People are saying, well, Jimmy G better show his stuff this week, man. Listen, Jimmy G is just fine. The 49ers are running because they can run. The essence of any offense is based in its run. See, I know it's a passing league. It's a passing league for some. Goff put up 65, 68 passes 2 weeks ago. He lost. You see, it's a passing game for those who don't have a run game. In fact, they need to learn to run in Kansas City. Mahomes got hurt this past week. I mean, you just have to, if you have a solid run game, you use it. And the 49ers use it well. Now, what I need is for my receivers to catch the ball. I'm not going to get mad at Debo. You say you want to see Jimmy G get 300-yard games. He would have had one. What if Dante Pettis catches that touchdown? If Debo doesn't get stripped? There are things that are going on that are not Jimmy G. You can't point at Jimmy G and say he's having problems. He's not. He's hitting these guys. So, better play, and I want to see Jalen Hurd out there as soon as possible as well. A little more of George Kittle in the offense this week, catching the ball as well. I do want to see him do some grunt work because he does it better than anybody on the team, not named Juice. I want to see more of that. But the thing is, the offense will be fine, and if you think the Rams are going to stop the 49ers from running, you can get ready. Just like I explained, it's systematic why the 49ers offensive is running so well. And it doesn't matter who's on the other side of the ball, they're going to run. You think the Cleveland Browns were a bad team? They were not a bad team. People need to realize it's what the 49ers can do to a team to make them look like a bad team. That's why I'm looking forward to it. And that defense, that defense. Check out, I left the link for you on all social media. You got the first take. I know, what are you watching Stephen A. Stupid for? For some reason, I just watched him to see what he's saying now, right? Max Kellerman and he were talking this day about this game. I couldn't stop laughing, man. Of course, Stephen A. says, oh, yeah, of course the Rams are going to stop the 49ers. Expected. Max Kellerman says, disagree. with Nick Bosa. That guy's like the Walking Dead out there. He's on the ground, he's crawling around, he's still doing damage. It's so true. Nick Bosa is like possessed. Bam, I've never seen the things he does. He's on the ground. Nick Bosa is effective on the ground as some guys are standing up. I am delighted. I'm so glad. I knew he was the guy to pick up, and he is looking great. I got to tell you the truth. I didn't know he was going to be that good. He's better than I thought. And as I keep thinking, he's in his first few weeks of his rookie year. What's he going to look like in another couple of seasons? I know. As long as he stays healthy, right? I know, I get it. But you know who else is going to get it? Jared Goff. We already know where he goes. He goes in the fetal position every time he gets a good rush put on him. And especially if it's consistent. We're going to follow the same model as the Chicago Bears and the Patriots. They can't score in either team, right? Look for that trend to continue. If people think they need to worry about that, forget. As Snyder Mike would say, forget about it. Not going to happen, fam. I have never been so confident in any other week than this one. It looks like it's going to be a matchup. We're used to thinking the Rams are going to do well. If Jameis Winston scored 55 points on that team, I don't know. Let me give you my score in a minute. You know what I want to do? I want to ask you a few questions. Let me ask you a few questions about what you think's coming up this Sunday. Fam, last time I talked to Monica, the lovely Monica, as you see her here. The last time we were talking to Monica, I was usually talking to her about the 49ers, but it was a crying session. We were like going through pain together. Because the entire 49er empire was just a big hug section.
Totally. We commiserate together. Yes. Things are different now, aren't they?
Lots different though, Monica. And I'll never forget the story you gave me. Monica walks into a sports bar, right? And normally when you walk in with the 49er colors, usually if you're a dude, but I think it had something to do with Monica being late. Usually if you're a guy, you walk in, dude, you got to be kidding walking up in here wearing that. But Monica walks in and she sits down and gets sympathy.
I do. From the bartenders, the other patrons, they're like, oh, dude, sorry, can I buy you a shot? I mean, it was bad. I mean, I've been in public for some ass whoopings. And you know I live in LA. I hear it from Rams fans. And there's a lot of Raider fans still that live here too. So I had to hear it from them too.
God, that's just...
Yeah, well... But it is a new day.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it?
It is.
It is a new day. It is a new season. We're fresh off a fucking ass whooping. Excuse my language. But we're fresh off an ass whooping. I was expecting a competitive game from the Browns. Were you?
I had included them in a possible game we'd lose. I said we may deal with the Steelers. Hopefully we can get through with that. And then we got to play the Browns. That's going to be a tough call. I just don't know if we can get 2-2. I'll be so happy. 2-2, nothing.
No. Undefeated. Okay, undefeated. And yet we still don't get no respect, no love. Everybody's like, oh, well, you guys just, you only beat Tampa Bay or you only beat da-da-da. And then now all of a sudden the Browns are a crap team. Mm-hmm. But like I had said on like a recent post of mine, just like a couple weeks ago, everybody was like, right in their nuts because they beat the Ravens. And then so they were like a good team, they're contenders, and now they're a crap team because we played them.
And I'm sorry, Tampa Bay is not a crap team.
They're not.
They're not. And we just make these people look like crap teams. And people need to the Bengals are a crap team, okay.
They kind of are, yeah.
But the Browns have beaten the brakes off of a team. Tampa Bay has dealt with the Rams. It's not.
They did.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, we're not that bad of a team. So anyway.
We're definitely not. And the Steelers, we had to win that one. We weren't going to lose to a backup quarterback at home. Give me a break. And the home opener. So the Steelers one I kind of expected us to win.
I know. I did. After week 2, I realized the Steelers were beatable too. But Monica, nobody gives a team 5 turnovers and still beats them. That's a testament to how good the 49ers are.
That defense is. I think it's like coming up there with like the Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman days.
Getting there. That used to be sacred words.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah. It was incredibly impressive. And then on Monday night too. I mean, just like with never mind Matt Breida, our run game is amazing. But like to like to like top off that opening drive with a touchdown, and then right after that, Uncle Sherm with the interception, man. It was so fast because we were like in the stadium, we were drinking our beer, we're having a time, and then all of a sudden we're like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, it was so fast. Like, we just immediately started just whooping their butt. Immediately. It was something else. Right?
That's the thing about Sunday. Monica, you know what, though? Now that we've lost McGlinchey and Juice, and you were watching Juice was doing a number out there, he's such an integral part of that offensive. Now, McGlinchey's out. I didn't even know he was hurt until the end of the game. Well, yesterday when Kyle finally told everybody, right? So, what adjustments you see making? Is it going to be George Kittle time? Are we going to start passing the ball more? Is Kyle going to abandon what he does? This has been a big, huge success for the 49ers. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Juszczyk is a big loss because he's so versatile. I mean, he can do everything. He can catch, he can block, he can run. I mean, he can do everything. So that is a big loss for us. But, the Rams, I don't know that their defense is what it is this year that it was in past years. Quite frankly, it looked a little bit soft against Tampa Bay.
Amen.
I would love to see Kittle get a little bit more involved, but I think, like, as far as like what our identity is right now, we're a run team, and I think it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay like that. They'll probably feel it out at the beginning of the game. I really don't think the Rams have that much home court advantage because, I mean, there's a lot of Niner fans down here in LA, and we travel well. So I don't know how much of a home court advantage they'll have. LA sports fans are fickle. You know what I mean? Like, they're fickle. They're like, they hop on the Rams bandwagon because they're good or whatever. Last year they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. But I'm not that worried about the home court advantage. Yeah. I do think we'll stick with the run. But yeah, I think we definitely need to get Kittle more involved because I believe that touchdown against the Browns was his first touchdown of the year. Was it not? It was,
but he's had a couple called back, but yeah.
So that means we need to get Kittle more involved again. And not only, does he like bring the skill, but he brings the energy. He just brings like the energy to the whole team, gets everybody like pumped up. So I think they'll stick with the run against the Rams. Yeah. But I think we will see a little bit more passing. I think as every week goes by, Jimmy G feels a little more comfortable. The injuries more in the past. You know what I mean? And I think he was a little gingerly at first, and rightly so. Yeah. You take a hit like that. Yeah. But I think now with each passing week, the injury is like further and further behind us. So I expect, I don't know about an opening drive touchdown, but I expect Rita and Coleman and Mostert to still be integral parts of this offense on Sunday.
Absolutely. Sure. And here's the misconception now is, that passing game was suspect, but you know what? It's more to do with the receivers dropping catches. Now, Dante Pettis and that touchdown that he dropped toward the end of the game, I thought I was going to pass out. That ball was in stride on his hands. Dante, what are you doing?
It was.
And the camera flashed over to John Lynch. He looked pissed. That's the first time I see that kind of emotion on his face.
There was some fans that were next to me that were like heckling him because they were like upset because it was definitely like it was right in his hands. It was like right at the doorstep. But he did. But I think he'll bounce back. That was a hell of a catch he had against the Steelers.
Yeah, we can talk about that for sure.
Yeah, that was a hell of a catch he had against the Steelers to like close out that game. But he's been a little uneven. We don't have Kittle is obviously our star tight end, but we don't have like really like a number one wide receiver. Pettis is inconsistent. Marquise Goodwin is a little inconsistent. Debo, I like our little rookie there. Yeah, like to see him get a little more involved. Yeah,
he's and also he's having problems with the rookie thing with not knowing what to do when he gets the ball. Now he got that ball punched out of his hands. He's had a couple of times that happens. I imagine they're going to work on that. But right now it's got to be Kittle, and somebody else. We haven't got to somebody else. Richie James is not really incorporated in the offense except for here and there. So it's
running in. Yeah.
The most consistent guy.
Running touches back.
You know what's really funny, though? The most consistent guy I got is one that my favorite guys that people like to give a hard time to. And Kendrick Bourne, I love what he does. He only comes out every now and then, but he always seems to make an impact, right? So.
He does. I would like to see him getting more involved, too, especially to kind of change it up. We're going to have to give the Rams some different looks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we always play the Rams hard. Like
no
I've
matter
been
what.
and always it's a division rival. We always play them hard. I have some painful memories of that Thursday night game. Remember that Thursday night game a couple of seasons ago where it was like 39-41.
2 points. We lost by 2. Yes.
2
Brian
points.
Hoyer.
We had the goal line stand against them, and then I remember Hyde punched it in on 4th down. I mean, we battle. It's always. I have a feeling it's going to be a battle. We always battle the Rams really hard. It's always a hard fought game, and I feel like the teams like really know each other well. Obviously, I think if we can make Jared Goff a bit uncomfortable, because that front 7 of the Niners is, I mean, it's disruptive. Bosa, man, I was like, I wasn't when he first came on. I have to be honest. I was a little apprehensive with like, the political background and a little bit like that and whatever. And then I'm like, all right, well, let's just keep it about ball. Let's see how he does. Yeah. And wow, he has really proven himself. That whole front 7 between him and Buckner and Quan and they were just getting after him, getting after Baker. So I would love to see them get after Jared Goff. Because if you can make Jared a little uncomfortable, he like that. That's when you start to see the mistakes, little interceptions here and there.
Yes, that's what he does. And the Chicago Bears have already created the model. The Patriots continued with that trend in the Super Bowl. When he gets rattled, he screws up.
Yeah.
He did it against the Hawks as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And I don't think Stephen A. Smith, Stephen, we're going to get you, man. But you know what though? Talking about wide receivers, the names are starting to float around now. There's discontents with other clubs, and everybody wants to go get them. Do you want to see the 49ers make any kind of a transaction to get another wide receiver?
Well, I know that those couple of names that we were kind of throwing around earlier. One of them that I think is interesting, who I've always thought was interesting, is Stephon Diggs. I do like me some Stephon Diggs. If we were to go after any of them, I would lean most towards him. Big play guy. Consistent. It's like he's been dealing with an inconsistent Kirk Cousins, so I don't think he's
who
been
we're lucky
able
we
to,
didn't get.
I know we are. No kidding. No kidding. I thought about that too. So he hasn't really been able to display everything that he can do this season because Kurt's been sucking really bad. But overall, I mean, Stephon has always been a really, really consistent receiver. Obviously, we know he makes the big play, and never forget the Minneapolis Miracle. And so I think like what I like about him is that he really shows up in big moments, know?
True.
And I think the way we're playing, I think we can dream a little bit towards some games in January, maybe, we can actually think that a little bit. And so we would like to have someone with consistency. And I think Diggs is consistent.
Okay, now since you went there, what do you think the chances are of this team actually getting to that place called Super Bowl?
Oh, man. I think if we can even get to the wild card round, I think if we can pick up the momentum from that. It's been a long time since we've been in the playoffs. I mean, the last time we went to the playoffs, we were heartbroken with the Sherman Crabtree. That's the last time we were there. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I haven't gotten over that yet. But Sherman's on our side, which makes it even more ironic, but at this particular time.
Totally.
But so... Yeah,
Sherman's been playing really freaking well. That interception, man. He might not be the fastest corner in the game anymore, but he is smart.
Yes,
and he knows how to read the quarterback, and he knows how to lead, and that's important because our roster is really young, and so it's really nice to have a leader up there, and he just brings it. And it took me a minute. I was a little because I hated him so much, like you said, from all his years with the Seahawks.
Exactly.
But I've fully accepted Uncle Sherm now, and he's quite an asset to this team.
Tell you, and him out there running people's routes. That's the thing about Sherman, that we're looking at him as being kind of a slow guy. But the fun thing about Sherm is, Sherm says, "You guys understand? I don't have to run with these guys. I already know what route they're running. I just go where they're supposed to be and get there." He went right in front of that play, leaped up, used all that length of his to pull that interception down. Because if he didn't catch that, it is going to be a reception. That ball was up and up. That was going to seal right in that receiver's hands.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Rams.
Yes.
We just said enough about the Rams. Pretty much sums it up right there. Get Goff, kill the Rams.
Yeah.
You
got to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, because they got Cooper Kupp.
Who's great.
Yeah.
But if you're harassing Jared Goff all night the way we harass Baker Mayfield, Cooper Kupp is not going to get the ball. And then we still don't know what's going on with Todd Gurley. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is he injured? Is he okay? Is he not? I mean, are they saving him for their playoff run? I don't know, but I don't have a lot of faith in Todd Gurley right now. Like, he's a great running back. He's elite as hell, but he is not 100. There's something with the knees, or I don't know what it is with him, but I think that's a little bit of a weakness there that they did not used to have with Todd.
And Monica, I got to tell you, you just hit upon something. I got to feel that maybe I think they're rep counting Gurley, because they don't want to wear him out between now and what they probably perceive as a chance to get to the playoffs.
Of course.
They can't stand to lose another game, though. We may see more of Gurley this week than we have all season long. And just from what I'm thinking, that just from what you just said, they're probably trying to pace him. This week they're going to run Gurley a lot. But who's good against the defense? The run defense?
Oh, yeah. Just the defense overall, I mean, has been spectacular. Like, from that first road game in Tampa Bay, like, they were, freaking harassing Jameis Winston, and, he was throwing picks. And that defense has really, they have shown up. And I think a lot of it just has to do with on the Monday night game. Because, even though I went to the game, I always record them so I can kind of see different perspectives. Yeah, you got to
come back and look again,
Of course. So I was watching it the other night, and one of the commentators was like, so, we have two undefeated teams. We have the Patriots and the 49ers. And he's like, Patriots, I think we all knew they were going to be there. And then he goes, the 49ers, I think the only people that thought they were going to be there was the 53 guys that work across the street. So he talked about our confidence, and that's true. The team has enough confidence in themselves to squash everybody else's skepticism about our team, because we've sucked for so long.
That's
so
true.
They just expect us to still suck. Yeah. And hey, man, every dog has his day. So our day is coming. Our day has been showing himself. So I think we have reason to be excited.
And the motivation involved. And Monica, the thing is, the 49ers are coming in that game. It's us against the world mentality going on in San Francisco right now. As far as that locker room goes, they're going to come out that people anticipate we're going to lose this game. That's going to stop. The Rams are here to stop our undefeated streak. I think the 49ers are going to take that with an attitude. I think that Goff's in serious trouble, and we may be down a guy, but next man up. I don't know what Brunskill's going to do. I am concerned with him, but I do think that Kyle Shanahan's incredible intelligence when it comes to this game will be enough to get us past this game.
Absolutely. And then also too, on the Browns game, how Staley went down. They were talking about, his backup is school, right? They're saying, that we're gonna Myles Garrett was gonna totally exploit that, and because School is like the backup or whatever. No, they didn't even get a touchdown on the board. So it seems like even when our backup guys come on, they're feeding off the energy and the confidence that the squad has built. Being undefeated, it goes a long way.
You don't want to look bad. Even Brunskill says, "Hey, man, you guys think I'm gonna come in here and make things look bad? No way." So
yeah.
What do you think is going to be? What's going to be the outcome of this game, Monica? Are you ready to commit to that? What do you think is going to happen here?
I think it's going to come down. It's going to come down to a one possession game.
All right.
I think it's going to come down to a one possession game. If it comes down to a field goal, I was a little concerned that Robbie Gould missed 2 field goals. That is not like him. He missed 2. Granted, they were both from long distances, but still, sometimes it's going to come down to that final game-winning kick. So if it does, let's hope it was just a little rust, a little something just for that day.
Yeah.
But I think the Niners will squeak by, because I think we're gonna get on Jared's you know what.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be like a one possession game, either by a field goal or by a touchdown. We'll beat them.
There you go. And Monica's got a field goal there. And Robbie, I got a feeling it has a lot to do with that long snapper and Mitch Wisnowski, which is Robbie's fault, and he got his butt in camp earlier. They could have ironed.
This
They
is true.
got all week to get this better. I didn't know they were that far behind, but they'll get it this week. And
I
we
think
win.
so.
So, Monica, you got the scores probably. Oh, what do you like as a score? It's going to be one possession. It's going to be 27, 24, 30 something. Is this an over/under thing where you take total amount of points? But what do you think is going to be the score?
I say 21-24.
Ooh, a defensive battle then. Okay.
No, I think that the Rams, they're known for their defense.
Yeah.
So I think that they're going to be pissed off that they look kind of soft against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And they're going to come in, and I think their defense is going to play better. But I think that our front seven is still going to harass Jared enough that they're not going to get that many points on the board.
All right.
And like I said, I think it'll be close. But like I said, I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game. But it's definitely going to be exciting. I mean, division games, like I said, are always, they're always something special.
Exactly. Monica, so good to see you again. Monica, you know what we do. It's time for the holla.
Yes.
On 3, 2, 1.
Niners! A little hoarse, but back home.
You can tell Monica intensive games, so she knows how to do.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Monica. Go be knowing her stuff. Monica, by the way, you can walk into any sports bar in the world now. Strut your stuff, wear your red and gold, lay your car keys down there, 49ers on it. You can own the place now. The 49ers rolling now. Which gives me, at this moment, time and pleasure to give you the score of my own prediction. Fam, while you got Nick Bosa out there doing his impression of Jake the Snake Roberts, and you got D Ford, you got DeForest Buckner in the middle. I got Eric Armstead playing out his mind. I got DJ Jones looking good. I got Ronnie B. These guys are, and the rotation, Solomon Teal get involved soon. And they're hot boys. Fam, Jared Goff goes into fetal position whenever he sees a defense. The 49ers are going to follow the same model, the same track, as the Chicago Bears have already taught everybody about. The Rams and the Patriots pretty much set the standard of defenses against these same Rams. 3 lousy points. How many did they score against the Bears? Maybe 6? This is why I know this game was already in the bag, and they're underhanded right now, and Gurley is not running like Gurley, although they're telling us that, but Gurley's probably just fine. They're just trying to scare us with that. And fam, also the run game is probably going to be on cue this week due to the fact that the wind conditions going on down in SoCal could actually promote that kind of game. We'll see, because they say the wind should lighten up before Sunday. We shall see, won't we? And with that said, fam, I got to tell you right now. Oh, and did I mention that Robbie Gould has said he will not continue with the kicking problems? He's not blaming it on the long snap or anybody else. He's going to go out there and fix things himself. Look for Robbie Gould to return to I'm sorry. That's not getting correct. It's not Robbie Gould, Ronbo. It's Gould. Okay. Robbie Gould will fix all those issues. He's not blaming it on anybody. So look for him to have a better game. With that said, I'm doing the math on that. I see 4 touchdowns. And see, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 2 field goals for sure this week. 49ers win is 34-17. And I know the 49ers are not going to be giving up over 20 points most of the time this year. That defense is just too good. And they're going to get better. And that's going to take place each and every week. 34-17, fam. Please share. Spread the word. Hit that like. Can't wait to see you in just a little bit as I look for your scores and predictions for this weekend as well.
To the ball, boy, I got them hands like Debo, ayy, coming at your throat like default.